So in the previous video we discussed about various types of losses and pressure drops that were occurring in the cycle, so that the actual cycle is different from the theoretical cycle. Okay, now we are going to discuss about the evaporator pressure drops and the condenser pressure drops and how they affect the size of evaporator and condenser. Okay, so firstly we are taking the pressure drop in the evaporator. Now the point over here is that the pressure drop in evaporator is large. Okay, why this is large? Actually the pressure drop occurs due to the two reasons. That means the pressure drop occur due to the two reasons, that is pressure drop due to friction, and second is the pressure drop due to the momentum change. Okay, so these two factors operate simultaneously, and these results in the drop of pressure. Now what happens during evaporation? Volume increases. Why? Because the liquid that is present, that converts into vapor. Okay, and since it converts into vapor, their velocity also increases because the gases move faster. Okay, so since the gases increases, so velocity must also increase, and to show this with the relation, we can use this relation that m dot is equals to q by b, where q is the volume flow rate in meter cube per second, and specific volume is meter cube per kilogram. Okay, and this is also written as ab by b, ab over b. This b is the velocity in meter per second and a is the area of cross section. Okay, so from here we can very well know that since the specific volume, this v dot increases, so for keeping this mass flow rate constant, the velocity must also increase, so that it overall remains constant. So from mathematical point of view, it was also the same. Okay, and we know that since the velocity is increasing, we can use the Bernoulli equation, which shows p by rho g plus v square, this is velocity, v square by 2g plus z as constant. Z is what the potential head. So let us neglect this and focus on these two. Since the velocity is increasing and the total energy needs to remain constant, so this pressure head would decrease, and decrease in this pressure head means that there will be the drop in the pressure. Okay, now this pressure drop is called the momentum pressure drop. Why? Because the velocity, this is the pressure drop that is occurring due to the change in the velocity or change in the momentum. Okay, so this is the delta p due to the momentum change, delta p momentum. And friction, you already know that when the refrigerant flows through the evaporator coils, it comes into the contact with the surface of the coils, and also due to its intermolecular friction or viscosity that can come into play, the pressure drop results here. Okay, so here both the factors, the friction factor and the momentum factor, both the factors are positive, so overall this pressure drop is large. Okay, now in condenser, however, if we talk about condenser, the pressure drop is not that much, or the pressure drop is not that much significant. Now why? Though in condenser also these two factors operate, but in the condenser the friction results in the decrease in pressure, that means it is positive in that case, but momentum opposes it, means the pressure change due to the momentum opposes it. Why? Because in case of condenser, the phase change is reverse, that means the vapor is converting into the water, that means the specific volume is decreasing, in case of condenser, while in case of evaporator that was increasing. So as a result the velocity will also decrease, and since the velocity will decrease, keeping the energy or the pressure head constant, what will happen? The velocity is increasing, so the pressure head would increase. That means the pressure in the condenser would increase. So this is the factor that is actually resulting in the increase of pressure in case of condenser, while the friction is actually reducing the pressure. So these two factors operate opposite to each other, so the pressure drop in case of condenser is not much significant. Okay, so that was the pressure over here. But the pressure drop in evaporator is very much critical, because both the factors are operating simultaneously, and they are both are resulting in the decrease in the pressure. Okay, and this also increase the power consumption greatly, or alternatively reduce the refrigerating capacity. Now because of change in evaporator pressure, that is decrease in the evaporator pressure, the pressure ratio will increase, and if pressure ratio increases, the power input increases and the refrigeration effect decreases. So in case of evaporator, both undersizing or oversizing, that means increasing the size or decreasing the size of evaporator at a certain specified value, beyond a certain specified value, is both harmful. But in case of condenser, the condenser is usually oversized. Why? Because to keep the pressures low in the condenser, because both because to enable the condensers to function as receivers, because they are receiving the all the vapors, and the vapors are converted into the water form, so they act as receivers also. Okay, so now that the discussion on these losses is complete, so what we have learned in here, that in actual BCRC, there are due to various pressure drops, the refrigerating capacity of the plant decreases. Second, the power consumption increases, power consumption per ton increases. And third point is COP actual is decreases, actual COP decreases due to these various losses and pressure drops that are occurring in the process. Okay, and that's all for the actual cycle of BCRC. Thank you.